You're watching Beyichni TV, empowering you.
It is the 18th of Jan 2022. I'm telling you, the year is almost ending. Until you meet someone that believes that every other night is a month. But this is the Startup Talk. I am Sankara Biaruhanga. It's another episode, and we're always glad to meet you. It's another year, full year of taking you through business concepts. And in case you're thinking of starting a business or you have a business you started, this is always your right show, because we believe the people we bring in here could have something you could learn from them, or we give them a platform to talk to you, because at the end of the day, businesses are for you. You are the client. We are supported by Empower Youth in Technology, which is a tech hub here in Mbarara. We support startups in different ways: promotion, capacity building, affordable financing, and all that. We are coming to you live from Beyichni, located here in Mbarara City. Now, when you hear the name, you meet the students we used to have in our high school, someone who says, I come from Mbarara, and someone again has to be curious again to know where they come from. And when you mention Beyichni, they might still think, well, you're from Mbarara, but the other side of Mbarara. But what if I told you that places like Beyichni are now the hotspots of Mbarara City when it comes to real estate businesses? What if I told you that is now the gold of the city? And that is what we're about to be watching a few minutes from now. Now, in case you ever thought of joining real estate, then this should be your episode, because Mbarara City is second to Kampala, and we're talking about largest city in Uganda. Mbarara coming in the second position, and that makes it a hotspot for business development in the region. We're talking about southwestern Uganda, and that's why it is very, very important to invest in real estate, and especially places like estate. We're talking about estate as if perhaps it is us that planned this, but I'm going to be taking you to the planners of this estate. I wouldn't say planners, I'll get the right word from them. We're talking about Beyichni, and usually companies have Beyichni Uganda Limited or kind of whatever. This time I see only Beyichni. You're welcome on the show. First say hi to the viewer, the tallest guy I've met today.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Sankara. My name is Daniel Arinda. I'm the sales manager, Beyichni Real Estate or Beyichni International. Thank you so much.
Wow.
And my name is Ashabahiwa Erina, and I am the Public Relations Officer of Beyichni Real Estate.
Okay, what I get to know now is that Beyichni goes with international and goes with real estate, but I also go with Mbarara. So those are the key three words you're going to be looking at today, and they're all interlocking: Mbarara, real estate, and Beyichni. That having been said, I am so sure we are now comfortable, and you who had interest in getting into real estate, then these are the kings of Mbarara in that, and we are going to be moving around, getting to discuss with them quite some good time with them. You don't need to go away. We are actually coming back. What you see is Wuchindra rice. I do not know if I am actually pronouncing it very well, but what I know is you guys, I doubt if you ever watched movies. Who has ever watched Gotham City?
I haven't watched that.
Okay, that's a story for another time. But again, what you see on the screen is a picture of Mbarara City way back in years. What you can see is that of course it's different from what we have today. Again, what you see on your screen, the later to be streets, I would call them, and if we say Wuchindra rise, don't be surprised if in 2023 okay, is that Sonia or
That's close a little bit though. We can say 2025.
Okay, in 2025, trust me, the picture here is going to be very different, and that's why we're talking about some people call them outskirts, some people call them peri-urban. Is it I don't know, peri-urban peri-urban land or locations that are a bit far, not so far from the city, but at least they are connecting with the city, because people who work in the city can comfortably stay in those areas and again do day-to-day work from the city center. That is the area we are talking about, and that is Robiyenje. I told you today we are hosting Beyichni, and we are on one of their estates. We are looking at whether Mbarara could be a goal, someone's gold when we talk about real estate. Now, Dan, this is your moment again. Thank you very much, first of all, for accepting to talk to the Startup Talk. Now, the show specifically is meant to give hope to the guy watching with an interest, we know, with a dream to start a business close to what you do, or perhaps a business that supplements what you do. But another reason is to give you a chance to talk to them, because these again are the buyers. That is basically why we're here. But before that, of course, like any other African setting, you know, we need to be so sure we don't have Al-Shabaab around. Yeah. So now that we know, all I know is she is our PLO and you're in sales. But before that, we could first learn about Beyichni, what it is all about, and then we could start our day.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
Sankara. Beyichni is a Swahili word which means low price. Yeah, it's low price. So Beyichni, people out there have been saying Beyichina, it's a Chinese company. Okay. Beyichni is purely Ugandan,
Yes.
purely East African, purely African. It's Beyichni, Bay for price, and then Chini is for low. So it is low price.
Okay.
Why Beyichni? right out there, everyone watching right now knows that maybe a few years before, whenever they thought about real estate, mere hearing the word real estate, you immediately imagined somebody with lots of money, someone with too much savings, somebody with a lot of capital, and we wanted to change the narrative.
Even the corruption class.
Even I don't want to mention that. I really don't know what happened there, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. However, someone watching us will understand what you're saying.
Yes.
We wanted to take out that. So when you think about real estate, it's no longer about lots of money, but it's about having a clear idea of what you want to do and ways on how you can have it done. That's where companies like us come in place. Other companies out there come in place to say, if it is Sankara who wants to, let's say, has a future plan of doing apartments. Yep. The first question is, what do I need? Primary thing is land, right? Then the question is where? Do I have to go where competition is hitting right now with my little resources? Or I can forecast a 5-year journey somewhere where my pocket can go. So those are things we come to make clear to people, especially the young people. I have 20 million, I want to fix myself inside of Harrow. That is a dream, a nice place, but wrong implementation. You're trying to implement a nice dream, but in a wrong area. But if you have 25 million and you come to Robuyenje, which today you see as a vacant area, 5 years to come, it will be the place you dreamt of just 5 years before, and which is not bad, because if you decided to say today, let me invest in Ohio, the 20 million, you buy nothing. It means you're going to spend that money to do other things which are not implementing part of what you've been dreaming. So we at Beyichni, we come to tell people that no, with the little resources you have, with the little money you have been saving for some time, it can go somewhere and it will be something for you in the next few years. It can be real estate in terms of apartments, can be real estate in terms of entertainment, the entertainment industry. It can be real estate in terms of hospitality. That is, I want to do like a simple bar, but then I don't have money that is enough to make for me a place right now. So you buy a place a little bit far from town, like this is 6 kilometers from the city center. But 6 kilometers from the city center 5 years from now will be, it is something you can't imagine. Easy accessibility, easy everything. Look at the things we give you in the estate. It means you're flexible even with a simple piece we give you. So we as Beyichni came in to cover up that gap, that we take out these old-minded people who ever thought of real estate and they are doing places that are too hard to acquire for a middleman or a simple man who is trying to develop themselves, but also to cater for this young man who is earning 1.5 million at a job, 1 million at a job, 600,000 at a job, to be able to acquire something that is a little bit flexible.
And in a city.
In a city, you're going to see that especially with the estates my colleague is going to talk about.
Yes.
We have estates which are ranging from 25 million right now as we speak, up to estates which go for 6 million. And what can surprise you is the payment plan that we give you.
Oh, quite impressive. So I see this guy is really impatient. He wants to listen or hear from her first. Let her first give us the estates you're talking about. We come to the payment plan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Now, he was talking about real estate, about developing areas, about buying something far out from wherever you may call the city, and that is very much true. Buying something that is not close to the city right now, what you call far out from the city, it may seem so far, but just give it time. Now, we have estates in different places. We have estates in Nyachara. We have the Kalukalunji estate immediately after the airstrip.
Wow.
That place currently, it is not so much developed, but give it time.
Yeah, because it's a city and I believe that is going to be our airport.
True. So the development that is going to come to Nyachara, to the Kalukalunji estate is immense. And the plots there have 100 by 100 feet. They go for 25 million. We give you the best payment plan. You come talk to us and then we schedule something so that we can find a way of helping you and you helping us. We give you the payment plan. We have the land titles. We also process land titles for different estates. And the place has electricity, it has water, it has good roads. You know, buying something away from the city and then you find you have to also buy the road that you are going to use. But we have roads in Nyachara and the place is quite very, very nice.
You who is watching that on the screen, that's a shot of what she's talking about, and you need to comment really. That's beautiful. It's a dream close already. Yeah. Let's look at other estates that you could be having.
Definitely. We don't only have Nyachara, we have other estates. We have estates in Robienje. We have estates in Biharwe, we have estates in Katebe. Now all these estates, they are around Mbarara, and my colleague is going to talk details about them. They are all around Mbarara. Now these estates may be quite a distance from town, but that doesn't mean anything, because development does not come out of the blue. It just comes with time. When you decide to give the estates, the plots time, then that means it's going to yield you. Like currently, I'm going to give a personal example where we are staying. They bought that place in around 2005 or 6. But when you go there right now to look for a plot,
yes,
the prices have been hiking. So the distance might be quite long from town, but that doesn't mean anything. You should come and buy estates from us. My colleague is going to talk details about the estates that we have.
Wow. I'm told Felix is watching. Thank you very much. You had dropped a comment that you're coming to watch because of PERI now. It seems you have quite a number of fans. The whole Digitech family is watching. Thank you very much, guys. I'm
flattered.
Okay. I'm going to look for that in the dictionary, but at least I know what it means. Yes, let's come back now. What are these payment? Well, for so far, in case you just joined us, so far what I just get from our guests today, they are from Beyichni. In case you just joined us, is Daniel, who is in charge of sales. She is Elina, who is PRO. And what I so far learned, Beyichni is the leading service provider in the line of plots, real estates.
Yeah, sure. Development, you can say development.
Okay, development.
Brokerage. And consultancy.
I'm telling you, now that is the team we have now. Though the unique side of it now, why they are different from anyone else out there, is what Dan is about to share with us. Let's look at your is it pricing strategy or payment options?
Both can work.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Where we are standing right now, our dear listeners, this is the Robienje estate we have already talked about. To give you a brief about this estate, it covers an area of around 30 acres. And we have a whopping 120 plots, over 100 by 100. Mr. Sankara, every plot that is here is having a land title that is freehold, already processed and on table. Chapa kumeza. So for people who may not know what freehold means, in the Western Uganda setting, a freehold land title means if you buy land today, you will own it forever.
No, these issues of
no busuru, no nothing. Once you have that land title, currently it's in our names, you convert it into your names. If you need guidance, we'll help you to do that. And that land will be for you, will belong to you forever and ever. Amen.
Amen, please.
Yes. So here we have 120 plots. I can say more than 2/3 are gone on this estate. But why we chose to come here is so that to give that person out there who has an urgent need of developing. In this area, you can see I think the cameraman will once move and show them. The neighbors are already developing. If you want to do apartments right now, this is a place you buy and start constructing. 100 by 100 feet plot. technically slightly bigger because we do a standard 23 decimals, which is in normal measurements is 103 or 4 and 104 in all square, if it is a square. If it's a rectangle, still there is that excess. Why do we do that? We expect that every person that buys land from Beyichni should never at one time have issues with where can I pass the line of electricity? Where can I put the pole? You find neighbors fighting with the neighbors because they can't agree on where the pole should be put. But now imagine Mr. Sankara, if she's your neighbor, and then in between your plots you have 8 feet. 8 feet is quite a distance. Even if they get the biggest pole from the Amazon forest, it will always fit and it will leave space for the two people. So we avoid that kind of cohesion and fights that have been affecting many business players out there because of wanting to multiply, to earn a lot from something small, to exploit customers. So to avoid all that kind of exploitation, to avoid the confusion, to avoid the chaos that land has brought into lives of people, loss of lives, we make sure that in between neighbors we are giving them just enough space. So that actually call it a no man's land. It's like no man's land. Yes. If you want to bring issues, you call us, we come and say you have extra 4 feet, you have extra 4 feet. Why do you have to fight and struggle for something that is belonging to your neighbor? So
that's really understood. Dan, sorry, I want us to rewind a little bit back to the payment option.
Payment option. Yes. Thank you so much. So in Rwobuyenje estate, it being an estate that is winding out, its time has been ready. We go revising payment plans. The first customers had a chance that was stretching almost up to 8 months. But right now, as we are winding out, the customers that are coming now have 45 days with an opportunity to extend more 15 days, which makes them 60 days.
Does, regardless of the first deposit?
First installment, we require 50%.
50%.
Yes. So
then the rest you're saying I could clear in 45 days.
In 45 days, you have an extra chance of extending more 15 days, which makes it 60 days.
Wow.
Then Karo Karunji, we give you up to 6 months. But also depending on how big the piece you're taking, we can give you up to 1 year. So this is a place where you deposit just 25%.
Oh my.
25% of 25 million is 7.25 million.
No, it's good.
Yeah, so once you do that, you have a year of enjoyment.
Wow.
So then when we go to Bihare, we have quite a number of estates there, around 4. In Bihare, we stretch from 5 million and we go up to 10 million. So if you have 5 million, please come to Bihare, we shall give you a plot of land. If you have 8.5 million, you will come to us in Bihare, we shall give you a plot of land. If you have 10 million, you come to Bihare. In fact, as for 10, also there is a land title. We give you transfer forms. That is the beauty of some of our estates. When you see our estate extending to around 10 million and plus, just know you have a freedom to have a land title, and you never find this anywhere else. Those are the number of estates I can talk about. When we were coming here, we told you we are coming from a place we are preparing. Yes. This is also in Rwobuyenje. It's a new estate that we are opening. Today we are doing demarcating plots, and maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we shall be putting there the tractor to make the nice roads, wide roads. By the way, Mr. Sankara, these roads you never find them anywhere else.
I was about to come to it because it's really,
yeah, they are wide enough. We want to be sure that if we have 2 customers who own buses, no one should wait for another one to first pass.
Or if it ever goes to be a street, then it should be urban,
global standard or urban standard. Yeah, so we really do that. And and in our estates, by the way, Mr. Sankara, for us before we put the roads, we have a program where we first invite the city surveyor and the city engineer to first come and approve our plans. They look at them, they know, for the future of Mbarara City. And you find only this one at Beyichni. Not bragging, but people who have come to us, even customers, tell us, they say, you guys, the roads you make are only found at Beyichni, nowhere else. And we are happy to do that. We want a better city, and it has to be us to do it. Thank you so much. So
we are equally happy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sankara.
You brought in something important, and I believe Madam Erina could perhaps take us through that. The process, me, a Sankara, who wants to get land through you, what's the process? What's the process like? Where do I start from? Where do we end?
Now, with the process, you come to our offices.
Yeah.
You come to our offices, or in case you have seen an advert on the TV, you contact us. We also have a website. You can visit our website, and there are numbers. There are numbers of the CEO. You can contact the CEO, and then they can call you. Once you come to our offices, then you start discussing the whole issue with the people in charge.
Yes.
We do not give you room for you to finish everything with the brokers, but we want you to get to our offices and talk to the CEO themselves,
Yes.
or talk to the marketing managers
The
themselves.
people you're sure are not about to run away.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
The people that you are sure they won't run away. So once you talk to these people, they are going to lead you through on how you are going to access this plot. If you have to discuss the payment plan, if there is a land title, or if you want to transfer the land title from someone to someone, they will guide you. They
That
will
is
lead
before
you.
I visit the site?
If you want to visit the site, definitely you would want to visit it,
Of course,
because
yeah.
you wouldn't want
Oh,
to buy
yes.
something without visiting it.
Sure.
So once you come to our offices, you discuss, and then after the discussion, or even before the discussion, they take you to field for inspection. These inspections are free of charge. Nobody should charge you money for inspections, because I've had scenarios of other estates where they charge money for inspections. So they take you for inspections, and then you choose something proper that you are comfortable with, and if it is not taken, then you proceed with everything.
Okay. And if it's taken, you're going to find yourself some nice plot. And he said already, but for business side that we're about to come, I could buy something that I'm sure I'm going to sell times that maybe in the next 5 years.
That's very true.
Yeah, and perhaps in my understanding, when we hear the word real estate, we perhaps think, yeah, those guys are Kayungirizi and all that. But a quick definition before we head for our short break. A quick definition. Someone looking at real estate. I've been looking at it. I feel like I need to invest there. I need to be. How does it? Okay, let's define it anyway. We will come back.
All right, thank you so much. Real estate as a business, you can look at it in different angles. We as Beyichni, we are developers right now. Where we source for a nice big chunk of land, and we decide and plan a community there. So that is the kind of business we do. So we organize people. We organize people both living and as a business. So that's the line of business we have taken, and whoever wants to take that kind of line, be sure you have a little bit of some good savings. Start with the size where you can be, and good for local places where people can be comfortably, and organize them.
Okay, well, thank you very much. So I was right when I called them planners. He says he plans communities where you think this is, we used to have arable lands. I don't know if that still exists. But for Mbarara City, that's what these guys are going to be doing. And we already talked a lot. In case you just joined us, you're in the right place. Please don't run away. We're going to have a short break. When we return, we are going to go for the Mlama of the day. And at the moment we've been waiting for, if indeed Mbarara is worth investing your money. We're talking about real estate, and in case Biharwe and all these other areas around the city, in case if actually that is gold for you, in case you must invest in that. We are going to do this, and when we return we shall talk about all this.
The times are back. The mighty university is back to polls. Who is the next guild president of Must Guild decides 2022. Don't miss the exclusive coverage of this yet another historical election. Only on
Beyichni TV, empowering you.
Yes, it's a hashtag Must Guild Decides 2022, and when you're watching that, you're sure that we are going to be giving you exclusive coverage of the Must Guild elections 2022. Now, this is to remind you that tomorrow, Wednesday, we are yet to confirm the time, but tomorrow, Wednesday, is your day. We are going to be nominating the guild presidents, and it's going to be live on Beyichni TV. You do not have to miss that. Yes, and we this is the very best moment of the show, because we were asking whether Mbarara is gold for you who is planning to invest in real estate or invest your money in land that is in Mbarara City. With me here, Erina, you're so much welcome from that short break. Let's first make things clear. Are you only in Mbarara?
Currently,
Yes.
with our estates, they are only in Mbarara.
Yeah.
However, we also have other services. For example, we have real estate consultancy. Now, for the case of consultancy, it does not limit us. As long as you are looking at investing your money into something,
Yes.
especially when it comes to real estate, or you want to know something about real estate as an industry itself, you can come to us. We are not limited to only Mbarara. That goes countrywide.
Okay.
And for the case of our estates, currently we are only doing Mbarara.
Okay. Wow, and that is what brings us. What's so unique with Mbarara? Why would you think if you invested your money in Mbarara, it would actually work? But before that, let's look at your pricing strategy. The value. How does the Sankara know that now I have my 30M, but with Beyichni, I am supposed to get a very good plot at 20M, and it's going to be worth that? How do you arrive at pricing?
Now, what differs our prices? Amenities. That is the distance of the electricity, the availability or accessibility to water, the roads that go to these different estates, the land titles, processing the land titles. All these things differ in pricing.
Yes.
That is why you find that a plot in Nyashara is 25 million.
That's
and
100 by 100?
Yes, 100 by
Okay.
100. And a plot in Katebe is at 16 million, 100 by 100. Well, the value of these things differs with accessibility to everything. What I talked about, the electricity, the
utilities.
water. Yes, and the distance too, the distance from the city center to these places. That is where our prices differ.
You know, I'm a believer, by the way. I believe that one day I will get to heaven and meet Christ and all that. Does future come at play while you're arriving at your prices?
Definitely. That is a very crucial point, because when you look at a place that you are selling 25 million right now, that means its distance from town is a bit shorter, and that means that most people are going to run for it because it is easier to access, and it is basically easy to access. And when it comes to development,
Yes.
it also comes with time. Even though the prices of Katebe are at 60 billion right now, but just give it time. Within no time, you will find that prices that side hiking because the development has pushed to that side.
Okay, that's prudent indeed. Anyone who bought land in Kakoba 5 years ago cannot sell it at the same price today. Exactly. And that's what comes with future and believing. Thank you very much. Now, finally, not finally, but also to understand, the biggest question of the show was whether Mbarara is a good place to invest in the money. Could there be a few features that make Mbarara City stand out from what you just explained, that someone could actually consider to invest here and not any other place, perhaps in Uganda?
Yes, definitely. Now, for plots in places that have already developed, let's take an example of Kampala places, the prices that side they are a bit high because the place has already developed and everything. Now, Mbarara is currently a city. within no time, a place that you find very, very distant from town will be very, very short because of the development that is going to come in. It being a city and it getting more people, that means businesses are going to increase. That means people are going to come and start staying in these places. Then that means it is definitely going to affect land, because land is limited with supply. They are not manufacturing land. Land is going to stay constant, and what only appreciates is the value. So if people are increasing and then they are not manufacturing more land, let's say maybe extending Mbarara or manufacturing more plots of land, then that means with time, what is at 25 million right now will be at 50 million in the next 5 or 6 years to come.
Okay, thank you very much. This explains why in the international community people are still thinking of, starting capturing the space, and you'll start selling the space, because the very important factor she brings in, you must be doing business. You must have done courses in businesses.
Definitely.
In business, actually. That was a very, very crucial point there, and a very big point. Land doesn't change, and yet many people are pouring into the city, and that's what is going to be the biggest, point in you getting the land as early as today, because these guys have a very good pricing strategy, but also the payment option is very, very pretty. Yeah, let's give them a chance. For someone who, everyone always asks, someone who is viewing in the line of real estate, and with Mbarara City, with Beyichni, how can this guy come in? Could there be a few ideas or some open doors for you, from you guys, that these guys could utilize, or anyone who is, scrubbing their head around real estate? I don't know if Dan, you could guide a bit, if there are a few ideas that are virgin around that area.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Sankara. Now, this is the area that every Ugandan right now that is in Mbarara should, I say, consider really looking into and joining if possible. EIT, our sponsor today, talks of empowering the youth via technology. We at Beyichni, we say empowering the youth through real estate. And with this, even at a later stage, I think we shall have a discussion, but maybe also when you visit our office, you shall say, we have possibly the youngest investors in this city. And I can say we have the youngest investors in the whole of Uganda, because I happen to be the oldest in our company, and I'm less than 35. Yes, so
we are comfortably saying youngest investors.
Yes, youngest investors. We have people who are still in their 20s, and they are doing this business, not as brokers, but investors. So if you're a young man out there and you have some money, and you feel you're not so sure of where your money should be, I just welcome you to Beijing. Come and talk to us. Let's see how we can guide you. And if you don't have money as yet, you are a student or any other person, there are so many ways we can work with you. If you are an architect, a good architect, student but can do things that can be seen, come and we link you to our customers. People who buy land from us, 70% is thinking of what to start constructing next. It could be a hostel, it could be apartments, it could be a home. So please don't sit there waiting for gigs to fall from heaven. But you need to associate with companies like Beyichni to know what's happening next. If you are a civil engineer, the people that we sell land to, they want to construct. First of all, they want a plan. We don't provide that as for now. That means someone who is out there and can provide that. That is one good way of working with you. If you are a civil engineer who can actually raise a building, a structure for them, then you also have an opportunity with us. You just have to come and we talk and see. Then also there is
a guy, I was talking about construction, I have a guy, Isa does interlocking blocks.
Those are the
do not need mortar, what we call them saying to build it. They're just interlocking. So you're saying he has an opportunity to work with you.
A lot of opportunities, because look at a company that is having close to 1,000 plots all on the market and has sold more than 10,000 plots.
Yes,
all those are his customers indirectly. And all he needs to come talk to us. For whoever buys a plot from us, goes with a business card from him. That much simple.
Whoa.
That is one. Now there is this retired gentleman who stays 5, 10, 15 kilometers off the city center. That means he's still within the city, and he's having 60 acres and having like 5 or 6 cows, eating a lot of grass and giving him 2 liters of milk. We can say, gentlemen, please, this is land that is sitting vacantly. We can help you develop it. Partner with us. Let's develop your land, either part of your land or the whole land, depending. Get the money, develop something that brings real income
Invest
into your.
That's pretty.
Exactly.
Very, very
exactly.
pretty.
Invest into things that are bringing money, because within a radius of 15 kilometers, if one has 30 acres, we are looking already at money which is close to 2 billion. That's a lot of money. 2 billion should be giving you something no less than 10 million or 20 million per month. But 2 billion of land, even if you graze there how many cows, you won't be even able to make 2 million. If you're using the traditional ways of farming and any other ways of utilizing land. So we as Beyichni will help you. Say, use part of your land, be able to bring yourself income. Live happy when you have land in Mbarara City. So I'm looking at partnering us with us. If you're an agent, you don't have any capital, nothing, you can come talk to us, talk to people who want our services. Let's see how much we can give you back. On every estate we have a small markup dedicated to that person who is putting in an effort to tell people about us. So we call you an agent. The difference would be that we prefer to train all our agents so that they know what to tell people. Given the market being saturated with a lot of people who I could say mediocres or wiseacres, but those are not the right words to use. People who are interested in the business, but they prefer to make profits quick, and in the process they jeopardize the work, that is the work. So we prefer that if you're to be an agent, strictly you come to us, we tell you our values. You see if you can fit in the kind of information we need to give out to people and how we want to address what we sell. So thank you so much. Someone who is out there thinking of investing in real estate, those are some of the reasons I give to you that should really bring you here in Mbarara.
Wow, quite a number of them, and I'm thinking now, yeah, the question is answered. Very, very, very pretty. What would be, could you have supplements on a few ideas in the real estate?
No.
Okay, so there is something, as a city, of course, quite a number of infrastructure is coming. There is something that we usually see that belongs to the category of Gambanogu, that someone already knows there's going to be Northern Bypass here, and someone quickly, 1 year before, buys that. Could Beyichni help us to identify those hotspots that are about perhaps to, get these infrastructures, and you're able to at least advise us? I don't know. Please, let's talk about that.
No, thank you so much. When such programs come, they are kept with the Gambanogu, but there are those which are already clear. I don't know whether it's. I think it is inhuman that normally everyone, people, we want to. Something has to happen first. We've been preaching, let me use the word preaching. Me personally, I've been preaching, the airport is going to be expanded. It's no longer a rumor. The plan is out. They have already surveyed the place. They have compensated the people who stay near the airstrip. It is going to be an airport. Something we are talking about may take 5 or 6 or 3 or 4, or even it could start tomorrow. But as a good speculator in business, you don't wait for it to start, because if it starts, then you can't afford that place anymore.
Yes.
And we brought for you over 600 plots in the same area, because this time around we wanted to be the Gambanogu, so that you're the first to know. To this day, we are going 4 months. The estate, yes, it is moving, but the response we are getting is disappointing a little bit. Why do people have to go to places I don't want to mention to buy into slums the same amount that could buy you a spot just next to the airstrip? We have people who have known the place, especially people from Kampala. Surprisingly, people,
I was coming to that question.
People who don't stay here, when there is an opportunity, they grab it fast. Estates which are strategic that we build specifically, like when we get let's say an estate near where the railway is going to pass, Kampala people come and buy before anyone else. And once the estate is done, you see people from Mbarara, why did you tell us? But we told you. Actually, even we mentioned it, like near the airstrip. This airstrip is going to be expanded. I know where it is going to pass. And exactly, we made sure we have an estate there. Not to cater for 20 people, but over 600 people. And we almost have like 280 plots remaining. People are not responding. 90% of the plots sold there, people come from Kampala. They even want to pay before they come to see. They are like, how many meters from the airstrip? We tell them, they're like, okay, what is the account? They send the money. Now, we are telling people in Mbarara that please, when such opportunities come, please, don't wait for an angel. You won't be sleeping and dream. Listen to what we people out there are telling you. Like, Nyachara is there for you. 280 plots still available for you to grab. Come with your 25 million, grab one. And when we hear of any other opportunity that comes up, we shall come and tell people. For us, we shall tell you, because that's
the only way we can help.
That is the only way we can help. You see, Mbarara people welcomed us. Beyichni, right now, like you said and introduced us, we are the hot cake right now in Mbarara. Why? We quite do research before we buy a property. Too much research that goes beyond just making profit. But how does someone, a Sankara who is going to use his 25 million, benefit from it even before he puts anything? An example is if you bought a plot from Robuyenje right now at 25 million, even if you fail to develop it after 3 years and they are giving you 70 million, Sankara, we shall have added value for you. And you won't be disappointed, be like, I've not developed it, but this 70 million can do for me something. Then you also compare, like, which other business could I have put in 25 million without supervision, without serving it breakfast, without giving it lunch, and I come back after 3 years and I'm getting 3 times the price I had bought it at. Not so many things, and that is us. And that's why we come special. Beyichni, before we get a property, we make sure that it is something that can guarantee you double price in the space of 2 years. Double price, nothing less. That is the minimum. We have had even properties whereby, I give you an example of Katebe she was talking about. We opened Katebe in October last year. Our plot was 4.5 million. Now it is 16 million. Now, if you bought it at 4.5 and you're selling 16, just within 12 months. Imagine if it were. And that's why the same customers who buy from us, when we open an estate, sometimes they finish an estate before we divide it. And those who don't know us are still stuck with, I don't want to mention names, but they are stuck wherever they are.
It's okay.
Thank you
it's
so
okay.
much.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes.
What I get to know is we have at least an angel in town, but I would join them to request that please, it's the city. You guys are in the thing. Kindly help us identify these future hotspots. If I learn that in Robuyenje they are planning to set up a factory that does this, please, we should be able to get this information from you, because that would guide us at least to take a cent or two.
We shall come to it and tell them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now, having talked about that, Erina, you're the PRO, you're going to help us share with us about your channels, or where some people could get you, or all those communication channels. If there needs to be a phone number to read, or site, or whatever social platform to read, you could read it to us, and then after that you could still use the chance to have a final word to someone who has been viewing us for these all minutes. Danny would also later help us do that. We call it a show.
Thank you, please. Now we are on almost all media platforms. That's what I can say.
Yes.
You can find us on Facebook, Beyichni Real Estate. You can visit our website, www.beyichniestate.com. And our website has everything. Our website has the numbers you can contact.
Yep.
Our website has the plots that we have.
I visited it. It's pretty. It shows you the images of
the plots that we are currently selling. Yes, it gives the details about the company. It talks about us, and in case of any inquiries, you can contact those numbers on our website. And last but not least, Beyichni Real Estate is here to give back to the community. That is what I can say. We aim at developing areas, well-organized estates. Leave alone these things of buying a chunk of land and then they divide it into fragments of pieces, very, very small pieces. We divide the plots into 100 by 100 and at least 50 by 100. We don't go less than that because we want a very organized estate and we are ant slums.
If you came two people wanting to buy the 100, would you still divide?
Very, very fine. We would give you your plots of 100 by 100 into pieces.
Okay.
Yes. So you can come to our offices. Our offices are at Shell Makenke. That is before, when you're coming from town, when you're coming from Kampala, after the roundabout or after the Coca-Cola depot, and when you're coming from town, after Mengo Mayanja Memorial. Yes, that is where our offices are. That is Shell Makenke. You can visit us or visit our website. You will be able to get in touch with any of us who works at Beyichni, and we will be of help because we are really glad to be helping.
Okay. That actually tells me that there is an opportunity, a business idea for this guy, my IT guy, who thinks can develop for your mobile application.
That's also a very good idea.
Okay. Wow, quite impressive there. Dan, yeah, could you have a final word to our viewer first? Or that's all?
I have a final word.
Okay.
Visit Beyichni. Visit www.beyichni.com. You will get to know about our estates, and once you get to know about our estates, contact those numbers that you will find on our website. It's a done deal. This is very legal. In case of any issues, we are always there to help throughout the end. So support us. We are here to give back to you.
Okay, that's Irina for you. I've watched her advert on a national TV and I was like, hey, okay, yeah, done. These people have been watching us for all this time. You just opened their mind in the real estate world of Mbarara. Please say something for them.
Right.
One you can live for them.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sankara. Our listeners or people who are out there watching Beyichni or watching us right now, first of all, I don't know how to say, Nabariteroxima. We Beyichni right now, we thank you. We came to Mbarara in a joking manner, but people welcomed us with open hands. And that's actually what inspires us to do what we do. So many people who come and say, if you do a 40-feet road, how are you going to make profit? We say, we eat little, but let our people get, because it's about them, not partly us, but partly them. The drive was, how do we make better communities? Any other person who has been in two places that are slummy will confess to you or will confess to us that a slum area is a dangerous area to raise our generation on. If we are complaining that our leaders are not doing good, let's also not participate in not doing good. If our leaders have not had a chance to be exposed to know what a big junction like this means, let's do it, and when they see, they will also learn from us and they go to teach others. So we don't do this specifically because we want to feel proud about what the government can or can't do, or our leaders, but we say we want to be part of them in the struggle. Uganda is our country. Our cities are here, the young cities are here. It's either us to create them or to kill them. Let's not continue crying that Kampala was destroyed, Katete was destroyed. Now that we are here, if you're able to see this, join us. Wherever you see us, come to us. We are open to advice. Come and advise us, tell us, your estate, yeah, you do big roads, but maybe there is something that is lacking here. We want to hear more of that. Because at the end of the day is what our person out there who is planning to come to us or who is already with us to get the best service they can get. So thank you so much for the love, and we promise that we shall keep doing what we've been doing, even improving and doing better and better and better. Thank you so much, Pete, for hosting us. Please, indeed, this is supporting the youth. We are grateful.
Wow.
The idea, how you guys came up with the idea to come to us so that we can share with the world, was one of the best things that has ever happened to us. At Beyichni, we are happy, and I think we have started a relationship to see how to build on. Also to see the young people who are out there and doing other things which don't match with what we do. We can always be happy to come and be part of the journey and support them and see how best we can help them develop. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Regards from our CEO, regards from all our investors at office. Now they are happy. I'm sure they are watching us.
Yes.
They sent us. They said, you go represent us, but tell Mr. Sankara that we are happy, we are grateful, and in future projects, we would want to be a part of them.
Okay.
Any other projects?
Trust me, Sankara is very, very proud of that. Just that I had to study the distance. You guys, you're tall. I couldn't risk appearing like...
when your grandparents came from Sudan, you definitely have to be tall.
Yes, it's okay. Though that's pretty. Erina, you look like... okay, this guy here viewing says, you say final word at least. Final. I know you said final. Now you say final. And yeah.
Thank you. Allow me say final.
Okay.
I really don't take it for granted that we are standing here. I don't take it for granted that we as a Beyichni are working in partnership with AIT TV. You are helping us, and I'm sure someone is watching this, and someone out there who is watching this has learned something. So that is of great advantage. We might not give you anything in terms of money or what, but knowledge is power. As long as you learn something from here today, then that means these people have done a very, very good job. Thank you so much, AETV, for hosting us. I don't know what I would give to really repay you back.
I know. You as singular or plural? I know what to say.
Me as plural.
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, thank you very much. The difference between us and the traditional media is because this video here is going to stay here forever. So any other time you think of real estate, someone asking about land, you just need to forward this link to them, and they will always find a very, very good partner. And you who is considering buying land in Mbarara, land, by the way, is not a joke. Land is where you put the money, where you see. And today, trust me, we hosted the people that I feel comfortably, authoritatively, to say that they are trusted, tested and trusted. And the pretty much advantage with this is they are young. No one is above 35, and meaning if God wished, these guys are into this thing for the next 40 years. That also piles more on trust, and it is to say that even 5 years later, they would still be the best guys in the region. You who is trying or considering to buy land, by the way, how about renting? I mean, someone hiring, you want to do some farm, or I don't know. Are you into that also?
No, apparently we are doing development. However, we could, as part of consultancy, yes, we could link them with trust and help in that way.
Okay.
And at Beyichni, I didn't want to mention anything extra, but if you're looking at, let's say, I'm looking for a rental apartment, yeah, we have a department that does that today. So I want to book a hotel, I want to rent a house or buy a house, please. We can help you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Now, our friends from Kampala, when you enter Mbarara like this, at least you know you go past, you go drive in, you will see Roofing's factory. Please drive into that very big roundabout. Now don't take the
Northern bypass.
Don't take that. Please enter the city. As you're trying to enter the city, a very pretty, is it Shell?
Yeah, sure.
Shell, like Shell.
Shell Makenke.
Okay, Shell Makenke, very pretty. You should be able to see Beyichni, and if you stop around there, just ask anyone. You should be able to land on these guys. I want to promise you again that these guys are the most trusted guys in real estate that we have in Mbarara, and we cannot be proud better than this to have hosted them on this episode. Perhaps 5 years later, we should be able
look
to
back to this.
Yeah, I should be able to record a selfie like, guys, we recorded here 5 years ago and this is mine now. Do you have 500 million? I give you this piece. Otherwise, thank you very much. Henry behind the camera and is the producer that is going to, that is producing this, bringing it to you live. Please just watch HTV or CDK.
HTV, empowering you.